All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for sticking around with us. And welcome to the inaugural Work Baltimore Empowerment to Employment Convention kickoff. I'm Jason Newton from WBAL-TV. We're a proud sponsor of this program. And Work Baltimore is a citywide employment and job readiness convention that is designed to connect Baltimore City residents with job opportunities. From now through September 25th, job seekers can participate in a series of free workshops, seminars, and webinars throughout the city to help prepare for job readiness. For a complete list of all those workshops, all you have to do is just visit workbaltimore.baltimorecity.gov. The convention will be held on Monday, September 27th from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. That'll be at the Baltimore Convention Center. Right now, though, I'd like to introduce to you the Director of and Chief Human Capital Officer for Baltimore City's Department of Human Resources, Ms. Mary Talley.
Yay! Thank you, Jason. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here. We're so excited. There's a lot happening, and as Jason said, today is the kickoff of Work Baltimore Empowerment to Employment. And most of you are here to participate in the first of many of our workshops, seminars, and webinars that are going on in all of the districts across the city. But without further ado, I would like to introduce our illustrious and dynamic mayor, and actually the inspiration for Work Baltimore Empowerment to Employment, the Honorable Mayor Catherine E. Pugh.
First, let me acknowledge Joan Pratt, our comptroller, and all the other members of my cabinet. Thank you all for being here. But let me just give another bigger round of applause to Mary Talley. And y'all can do that. And let me tell you why. I asked my agency heads to think big, to think about what we need to do as a city to make sure that Baltimore gets working. And I do this at cabinet meeting on a regular basis, and Mary can tell you that I say collaboration, collaboration, collaboration. It's not about one agency against the other. It's about how we all think creatively about how we improve our city. And I just want to share a few things with you. This effort is really important because we got 76,000 people who are unemployed in this city. I just moved out in front of City Hall almost 60 individuals who are homeless. And among many of those folks are people who want to go to work. Now, you know, some of those folks are mentally ill. Some of those folks have drug issues. But a lot of people just want to go to work. And I always say, only by the grace of God, it could be any of us. Sleeping in a tent, not in a home, no place to go, but a desire to work. And so I said to the cabinet, let's figure out how do we do things more creatively in this city. What I want you to know is that those families and those individuals who are sleeping out in front of City Hall, to make a point that homelessness is a major problem in our city. That the families that had children, we took care of right away. Many of them are in homes now. We've created an environment so that they're not in a shelter environment where you got to come in and leave, but an environment where we can work with them so that we can get them to where they need to be. And hopefully, Mary, we'll see some of them here because we know that many of them need to work. But I asked the cabinet to think creatively, think out of the box, think about ways to do things differently for the citizens of Baltimore. And I have to tell Mary's story because she probably wouldn't tell you. So Mary came to me with the Cadillac version of how we go about doing this. And it was a series of days at the convention center and a whole bunch of stuff, and everybody started picking it apart. And I saw Mary's face drop because she was thinking big. She was thinking out of the box, just like we asked her to. And so I said, Mary, don't be discouraged. Go back and bring us back the little Cadillac version. So Mary came back with the little Cadillac version, but she had 3 versions of what she was offering to do. The first version said, you know, we'll just do a half day at the convention center and let people come in and get jobs. The second version was a all-day opportunity for people to come and get jobs. And her Cadillac version was a series of workshops to prepare people to go to work, at the same time to show people what they should look like in terms of getting a job, how to develop a resume. And I looked at Mary, I said, I'm going with your little Cadillac version, because you put a lot of work and effort in it. It is about how we transition and change lives in this city. And what we want is to make sure that we're helping the people who live in our city. That's what this effort is about. It's about helping Baltimoreans get to work. And I tell folks, we don't just want to get them to work, we want to create opportunities and careers. So many of you know that in 2018, for our high school graduates, I have said Community College of Baltimore is free. And while y'all can applaud that, I think it's a big deal. And while there are those who will graduate from high school and who will go to work, and there are programs in our city to help get them training to go to work, I want every young person in our city to recognize that they can be anything that they want to be. And while most of them already qualify to go to college for free because of federal financial aid, they don't know that. And free sends a different message to the community. It says we're leveling the playing field. And we're saying to our young people, reach high. Because in our communities, it's not where you come from, it's where you're going. And so my goal is to continue to inspire every single individual in this city. The high school students, when they graduate, the people in our city who have given up hope. That's what Work Baltimore is about. It's about giving hope. It's about helping people understand that they can work in our city. And I know that throughout this entire event, not only are we saying come get a job, because she's got a number of individuals who will be displaying and offering opportunities to work, but it's about getting a career as well. So I know that this is going to be very successful, and I want to thank all of our many partners, respective efforts to move our city forward, our workforce and economic development partners, the Office of Employment Development, who will also be working with us. I'm just excited. So we want to open up our Work Baltimore Career Center and the hub of our pre-convention training and workshops. Who does that? I mean, Mary says, let's train people on what they need to know in order to get some of these jobs. I always tell people that sometimes it's what you look like, you know, how you're dressed when you walk into that office. It's what your resume says about you, how you captured that information that says to somebody, this is someone worth investing in. I want you to know that through this homeless effort out in front of the City Hall, I met an individual who looks like they may have struggled in many ways in their life, but what a calming spirit. Someone who didn't even recognize that they had management skills. And I said to my folks, I'm going to hire that person because that person deserves a chance to be successful. There's so many out there, you all, that have given up hope. And so we want to inspire them and let them know, again, it's not where you come from, it's where you're going. So thank you, Mary, for giving folks this opportunity and providing these tools for them to be successful, because I know that this did not come easy. A lot of people being critical. Some people still don't want to see it be successful. Some people standing on the sidelines hoping that it doesn't. But we know that it will.
Absolutely.
Because of your work and because of the work of your team. You know, nobody gets there by themselves, you are. It's when you have a great team working with you. So the big day is Wednesday, September the 27th. But as you can see, there are about 30 different activities, pre-convention activities. I don't know how she did it. I don't know what budget all this stuff came out of. and I'm a numbers person, Mary, so you know, I look at everybody's budget. So we'll be looking at yours next year. Well, I'm ready to cut the ribbon, but more importantly, let's give her another round of applause for thinking big, thinking out of the box, caring about the citizens of Baltimore, and helping to move our city forward. Thank you so much.
And before we cut, we have one more speaker before we get going. Join me in welcoming the Comptroller of the City, Joan Pratt.
Good morning, Madam Mayor, Commissioner Moore Carter, Director Talley, Work Baltimore members and staff, community leaders, friends, and guests. It is my honor and privilege to be here today for the Empowerment to Employment Pre-Convention Kickoff. With the steadfast commitment of the Department of Human Resources, Baltimore City leaders, sponsors, donors, and partners, we have come together with a shared responsibility in creating economic growth and opportunities for the Baltimore City residents. I am excited and optimistic about our common goal to connect our citizens to employment opportunities by offering various job readiness workshops, seminars, webinars, and resources designed to help them secure and retain work. I know that the participants will not only benefit from these activities, but they will also be empowered to make our city an even better place to live and work. And finally, I would like to thank everyone for the coordination of Work Baltimore. Knowing that you serve this project with the spirit of helping others is a testament to the greatness of our city and the people who live in it.
Okay, so we're going to pretend we cut the ribbon. Oh, and then it's on. Come on.